I already presented, but say hello from persons from YouTube. Hello, persons from YouTube. Today's topic is about terrorism, and I stay here with Charles, Bruna, and Diego. All right, Charles, present it yourself, please.
Yeah, no, thank you for having me first. My name is Charles Lopes, 43 years old, married, 2 daughters. I was born in Brasília, capital of Brazil. I live or spent more than 16 years in one gorgeous region called the Amazon Forest, exactly Santarém City, Pará State. But right now, I'm living in Calgary, Canada. That's it, a little bit about me. Diego, long time no see you.
Sure.
Please, can you?
Good to see you guys. Like you can see, my name is Diego. I'm 36 years old. I'm living in Campinas, near to São Paulo capital. I work with data, but in advertising and marketing market. I'm working at marketing agents. I'm here in TNT since February 2021. I really like this place, this conversation, and I'm so glad to be here, guys, with you.
Oh, it's great. Thank you, Diego. Thank you, Charles. And Bruna, go ahead, please.
A long time no see these guys, Diego and Charles here.
Yeah.
So I'm Bruna.
Sorry, Bruna, I don't mention you, but I forgot. Yeah.
No problem.
Good to see you again.
Sure. So I'm 31 and I'm living in Dublin, almost 1 year, and I'm working in a pricing area, and I'm married. I don't have children yet, and I love to travel and read some books, and that's it.
That's great. Bruna is always here.
Yeah,
Diego,
but in the morning, the most of time.
Yeah, me either. But Diego and Charles disappear from my meeting. I don't know what has happened.
Wow. Especially on the last days, I'm a lot of work with different challenge on my work. I start attending a new account, a big account, and but it's good. But it's a very challenge for me.
I'm just kidding. I know my life changed a lot too. So the last months of the year was so complicated, right?
Yep. Sure.
And about me, the full hour don't help me too much. Right?
Yeah, the first time that I'm seeing Charlie's on Canada. So congrats and good luck in your new journey.
Very good, very good.
I can remember. I remember about you, Charles. You said to me you want to go to the Canada. It's really great.
And a good laboratory to practice, English. Are you on the French or the English Canada?
English Canada.
English.
I'm in Calgary, Canada.
Great. So thank you. And João, hello, João. You're new here. Are you new here? Because I don't remember. Don't have other name besides João. João? Hello, João?
Hello.
Can you hear me? I think no, so I put on the chat. Okay, João, if you want to open your microphone and say something, it's really awesome. So guys, about the questions. Question number 1. What image springs to mind when you heard the word terrorist? Bruna, you first.
Yeah, so it's crazy to imagine it because I just see it on the TV. I've never stayed on the place that had these things. Thank God for that. So the first thing that is bringing my mind is it's like a war. So people fight and dying, and yeah, in a sad situation. Yeah, we have two sides. The people are fighting for doing something, and that's it. I don't have too much words to talk about it.
Yeah, I guess everyone thinking about war, right? Like war or, September 7th, maybe, I guess, it's a time of terrorism. But in you, how about you, Jib?
Yeah, it's actually is not something actually, but all the time, yeah. The word terrorism, it's not good, and they bring it to us bad things. I remember especially the 9/11, the twice towers on United States. It's I don't know in English this word, but it's a kind of a marco, um, a, a time that split two times in front of us, yeah. Because after 9/11, we start war on terror, the name war on terror, that's United States start and other countries too. And this, with the internet and the globalization, I think that this events about terrorism is more visible to us, and we can see a lot of bad situations, like, I don't know, Bataclan on French, for example. uh, I, I don't know, guys, if you remember, but when the terrorism inside one boate, I don't know, one
Club.
yeah, one club, that's the word, thank you, one club on French on Paris, and that a lot of people. And for me, my mind, it's show me a bad thing, very bad thing, with death and blood in all the time, yeah, about terrorism.
Yeah.
It's not good.
Not at all, not good. And you talking about a lot of examples, but I remember about a school too. I don't remember if it was in French or in Italian, have the terrorists come to a high school. A lot of persons die, so
Yeah.
terrorism is not
Charles
good.
Charles Hebdo too. I think that's I it's journal that guys make a cartoon about Muhammad, and the guys s- make a lot of the extrusion on the main house. I don't know, the office of the Charles Hebdo, and kill journalists and kill people around the building.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a historic mark in the
Yeah.
humanity life. So
That's it.
yeah. And you, Charles?
Rest for me only agree. I cannot run away the previous answers. But bring in my mind fear, scared. I will bring this term for more close of us. Maybe in Brazil, we live, we feel some terror nowadays. Not like this terror that you mentioned before, but I feel a lot of people feel fear, feel scared because the current situation. Maybe not only because Brazil, but because the world, it's in a moment, a special moment that we live insurance, insegurança, I don't know if this word can work well. But for me, I used to read more, and I used to listen a little bit reggae. And for me, terror, it's a thing that occur days December, I don't know if I can say this, in Africa, South Africa, Babylon, some place like that. Ethiopia. I think there, terror, it's not a factor. It's a constant habit. I don't know if I can say this. But that's it, I think. We cannot see these things in the South Africa, but there are people living a terror since he's born. Yeah. Don't make me cry.
I agree with you. I guess terrorism is a terror, and before action like terrorists always have someone who suffer a lot with that. It's a children, it's a mother, it's a father, everything. I understand your words, Charles, and yeah, I guess terrorists it's something not good. I see a lot of persons on internet try to to defend terrorists, but I only see war and suffer. So it's like that, this idea.
Yeah.
Anyway, Diego, I have a question for you. Has your life changed in any way due to terrorism?
Yeah, directly, I think no, yeah, I think not, but indirectly, yes, because we dependent of the countries that terrorism have more impact, yeah. I think all of us, especially in Brazil, we are a peaceful people. We have some piece of terrorism here, because terrorism, it's not about something blood and how can I say, and violence. It's a violence, yeah, but not physical violence almost at the time. We have different kinds of terrorism, like I don't know, for example, internet about political things. We have a kind of a terrorism there. Religion too, other topics like we have here in Brazil with the factions, I don't know, the facções like PCC, Comando Vermelho, like that. It's a kind of a terrorism, because it's people make your own rules and make bad things to other people. For me, it's a kind of a terrorism. If you wouldn't go inside one community, for example, because there are a lot of bad guys with rifles and guns in their hands. It's a kind of a terrorism, yeah. Make the militias guys make people pay taxes for buy gas, for example, or using internet. It's a different way, but we have we are handled with this terrorism here in Brazil. Especially talk about this kind of terrorism more global. I remember one cell of Al Qaeda here in Brazil. I don't know. I don't remember the time, but it's about 2016, near to the World FIFA soccer here in Brazil, the Cup, World Cup. It's so bad because they are planning a little kind of attacks on Brazil, Rio de Janeiro, and other cities. But it's not one reality so and near to us. But this other kind of terrorism, I think that we are so impacted all of the days here in Brazil.
Yeah, we're not prepared to the international terrorism, maybe. And you give a really good example, like in World Cup had that. And I remember in 1 year before the World Cup here in Brazil have attacked in a show. I don't remember who does the show. I guess it's Lady Gaga. No, some pop musician do a concert, and a lot of persons die because of terrorism. So terrorism is not good, and here in Brazil we suffer with some kind of terrorism, economic terrorism, with maybe other places to Brazil, like other countries, or it's not a terrorist, but I can't see the person wants to force Brazil to do something or to choose some positions in economic in the world. And you, Bruna, how do you think? What do you
So
think?
I think Diego defines the most things in Brazil,
Yeah.
like religion, political things. So it is totally different that I can see in Iran, Afghanistan, something like this. But it's a kind of terrorism, I guess so. And I think it's changing my life indirectly too, because I can see here around the Europe refugees people living there, so I can imagine that people suffered before. And but in Brazil, I think it's not too bad if we can compare with these other countries. So I think I'm more responsible, and we can see what the things can change our lives. So change to be respectful with other people, with the other cultures, religions, something like this, and more conscient, and
Yeah.
yes, this kind of things.
I made one quickly research on Google and show us, for example, I forgot this topic. Yeah, on 2019, two students in Suzano City. I don't know, guys, if you remember.
Oh,
They
yeah.
goes
Yes.
inside a school and killed 5 teenager guys with
Mhm.
guns and machetes and
Yeah,
knives. Yep, it's
I
one of them.
remember.
And 2 weeks before the Olympic Games, federal police arrested 10 jihad terrorists with connections to the Islamic State, and these guys planned to make one attack in one embassy in Brazil, like
Yes.
the Munich massacre in the I don't know 72 1972, a long
Mhm.
time ago. They planned to make this attack too. Um,
Oh
Just
God.
and
very dangerous.
and near to us in 2021, one guy has arrested planning one Islamic terrorist in Maringá. I don't know, guys, if
Oh yeah,
yeah,
I
if you
remember.
remember.
God,
Yeah,
no,
I remember that
no,
was, oh my gosh, Suzanne. I
so
guess
sad.
Suzanne is something we never forgot, because
yeah.
in a school. So you're thinking about the children's and how, I don't know,
And
you
the
know.
devils surround the attack. Yeah, it's
Oh yeah,
a kind of um, a bad feelings that
yeah,
we feel when we remember, because it's so devil
unbelievable.
attack, unbelievable. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, because it's something we suffer in social media time. The guys who does that posted on social medias, on Discord. So,
Yeah.
Why this happened? Cyber terrorism is so strong nowadays. And you, Charles?
To me, although there's famous events or famous terrorism events occur far away from Brazil, I think this affects everyone, not only me, but I will talk about me because the question is about me. And I think affect directly, not indirectly. Because we live nowadays in one global idea, I think, and everything is connected. So it's impossible something occur in one part of the world that don't affect us. I will not bring the example from Russia and oh my gosh. Please help me. Russia and Ukraine. That's it. Sorry, I'm a lazy guy. Like in this example, we are affected directly. Food price and other things. Any other events too, like September 11, maybe things change in United States, change for everyone, change because the dollar, change because the rules for come to USA, for get out to USA. So I think that affect us indirectly, affect us directly. And like I said, we nowadays live in one global all day and we are connected. And more important, it's how we feel. We feel scared. We feel afraid, right? We don't know what exactly will happen in the future. And we don't know how long time this thing will, demorar to arrive in Brazil. Yeah, I think affect us directly. But that's it. I think the guys bring a lot of points, important points, important events. But I think terrorism, it's when you feel afraid, for me. Yeah, that's it.
I'm totally with you, Charles. Yeah, like you said about, I forgot the name. You said about, impact in Europe, something works in Europe or works in the United States, impact here. I guess impact economically, maybe the social way to impact here in Brazil is the moment happens months before and after the thing happened, but like don't impact in a lot of years, I guess. This kind of social impact works only in the country who suffered terrorism. Maybe, for example, I suppose when works the Columbine terrorism in the United States, every day the persons on Columbine suffer that. It's the same here in Suzano. So I guess when have something who impact economically is more bad for Brazil. Maybe because of that, we don't think we are impact directly, because don't impact in the money. Like you give the example of Ukraine and Russia as a war. So impact here in Brazil, but maybe Bruna will talk more about it. But I guess the impact of gas natural in Europe is more higher than in Brazil.
Exactly. Yeah.
I have one people from my team, not one teammate, job mate, who lived in Germany, this girl talked to me that the gas are is so high, the price, and they will start, the winter is coming there. The winter is coming there, and the price is so high than other years, because they pay one fixed tax to the gas. And this fixed tax is higher than the other years, because the war on Ukraine made the gas reserves slow down. Yeah. And it's one regional terrorism, like a terrorism. Yeah, I agree that it's a terrorism on war, one war without reasons. Almost the time we don't have one good reason for one war. Yeah. But in this case, it's totally insane without any reasons. Especially to us, we don't understand all the time the behavior of these people is so different to us. But it's important to understand that to our concepts, we don't have a reason for this war. Yeah, it's for me, it's a terrorism, Russian against Ukrainian, but the impact, it's global. Here on Brazil, we have impact on the agronegócio, for example, and other countries too, about flour. I don't know, farinha de trigo. I think that's flour. Yeah, and other things.
But I remember a girl who works with that here in Brazil. I don't remember her name. Talked to me. This is common in Europe, common in Brazil, but you can't see this high pricing in United States and Canada, because this economic thing, this war and terrorism in Ukraine versus Russia doesn't impact the United States and Canada, because the gas natural comes from other countries. It's something so oh my gosh, so unbelievable, right? So unbelievable.
Even
I guess
here, even energy increase a lot, and on the supermarket, it's not too much, but you can see a little bit difference, and the government helping the population, give money, or credit on the energy or gas. So it helps.
What country do you live, Bruna?
In Dublin, Ireland.
Dublin, Ireland. Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. We can realize all these things also.
Yeah, I can imagine. Here in Brazil, we have the price high, and someday not so high, but everything was so pricey here. I can imagine in Dublin, it's not so far away than here. But Charles, in Canada, how was the price nowadays? You have this too.
I cannot talk too much because I'm here only 40 days, Gabi. But I work in the agriculture area more than 20 years, and here the inflation, it's not as usual. It's a little bit high, affected from who buy these things around the world, like fuel fossil, a little bit high, foods too, mainly, I don't know if I can say in English, trigo, the things from trigo, and the meat too. I know because I follow more before I arrive. I follow this price here. But yeah, everything, the global economy, it's not healthy anymore because these things happening between Ukraine and Russia. And I agree with Diego. For me, it's a institute. No, I don't know. I can say in English. Terrorismo institucionalizado. For me, it's all this. Yeah. And like I said, whole occur in the Africa. Since this guy understand as a human, because we talk about terrorism here, we have one notion about terrorism. For me, this guy, they are reprimido since they organize as a society. For me, in my point of view, of course. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I'm with you. I guess this kind of terrorism is unbelievable, and I'm with Diego. And war for me is one kind of terrorism too, but it's a terrorist who everyone pays and want to see, because for some places it's good, for others it's harsh. Like if you don't remember when United States come to, I don't remember the name of the place, Afghanistan, for nothing, only for gas, natural, and other resource. So it's unbelievable for me. You pass like the war in Ukraine, maybe in some months, 1 year, spend 1 year in some months to this war. So a lot of persons suffer. For me, it's unbelievable to do that. But anyway, I have a other question. Question number 4. If a country repeatedly kills innocent civilians while trying to kill terrorists, does that country take part in terrorism? Bruna? What's your opinion?
Yeah, I think so. I think the whole people involved on it, it's involved on terrorism. So yeah, for men, I think it's worse than women in situation like we can see in Ukraine. The guys dying a lot. Even didn't agree with Putin, so it's crazy. And yeah, I think so. The innocent civilians take a part of terrorism, even to defend your country. So it's my point of view.
Yeah, it's really sad to see innocent persons dying because of supremacy of
Yeah.
others.
It's unbelievable. You don't wanna eat, and you need to go.
Yeah.
So sad.
I remember the first month of the war. I see a lot of women's talk. Oh, my husband go to the war and I'm pregnant. So
Yeah.
like, what you do?
Yeah, I
need
can
to-
see several Ukrainian people living here with a lot of kids, just the mom and kids without father. So it's pretty sad.
Here in my city, I can see more Colombians and Bolivians live here because of the economy. They don't have work enough. And I want to cry sometimes because you see persons with 3 kids and pregnant, like don't want to get out of your home, of your country, but don't have a patient. You don't have a patient. So it's really, really sad. And about you, Diego? What's your thoughts?
Yeah, we have one euphemism to this damages. They are collateral. I think that's collateral damage. The name that they will use in these operations. Yeah, it's very difficult to us make one threshold, one line between the defense and the attack. Yeah, but we see on the history, especially in this Afghanistan war, a lot of innocent people killed because the target it's a terrorist. But for me, we have a kind of a terrorism here too, yeah, because actually we have a kind of intelligence and a lot of good devices and satellites to use more accurately the power, yeah, the destruction power in this way to against the terrorists. But it's so difficult to us. We have men's behind these actions, and when we have men, when we have people, yeah, human beings who have the possibility to make mistakes. That is a point. It's so difficult to us put in the balance. I don't know that's the name, balança. I don't know.
Yeah.
The name is a kind of a false cognate for me, but it's very difficult to put in a balance the lives that you saves and the lives that you save it and the life that you sacrifice it for saves tons of other lives. But it's one life is one life in the history. Yeah, is the it's so difficult to explain. I think that people made a lot of mistakes. It's I'm not here to justify these mistakes, but to us it's simple make one judgment when we are in a different situation. I remember one documentary about soldiers who handle with the drones, and a lot of these soldiers, when they made mistakes, these guys suicide themselves because they understood that they put out one life of the earth, yeah? And innocent life, children's. It's so difficult. Especially, I don't know, guys, if you saw the Falcão Negro em Perigo, one old movie about the war, yeah? I remember one scene that the terrorists, the evil guys, they put one woman with one child in the collar, I don't know, with one child against the American soldiers, and behind these women they started to shoot them. Yeah, if one soldier kills that woman, it's a kind of a terrorism. Specific, yes, when we understand in this way this concept, but the other guys used civilians to protect them, like a human escudo. I don't know the word. Human shave. I don't know, but in general, I think that's a kind of a terrorism too. Yeah, the answer is that, but it's very difficult to talk about it without informations, without statistics.
Yeah, but I understand why you want to pass, and in some part I agree with you. Like, if you imagine, I put here an example. The first antibiotic born in War II, the World War II, is penicillium. So a lot of person died because does exist penicillium, and the man who discovered that was a doctor in around the war. So we use everything we have in the war. So you can imagine, maybe if doesn't exist penicillium, a lot of persons die with small bacteria. So it's an example I can put in the Diego's example, because sometimes bad things happen in the world, but big things were discovered. Like if the second war doesn't exploded in world, maybe Einstein don't do the 2 nuclear bombs, maybe, or maybe be worse than that, because these 2 bombs go to Hiroshima and Nagasaki. And nowadays we don't use any more nuclear bombs like that in wars. But you imagine if Einstein doesn't invest the time to this experience, maybe nowadays we doesn't exist this this international law. Understand the point? I guess it's
Yep.
a similar point as you, Diego. Like, I know it's bad, but some decisions and some things are good for society happens in wars. So yeah, it's balanced. I don't know if I agree or disagree with that, but I can understand, right? So, and you, Char?
Yeah, follow the Diego thoughts. To me, there is a tenuous line. I agree totally. But beyond this, for me, I would like to bring back my thoughts about terrorism. Terrorism for me is every act that brings terror. It's independent from who, for me, it's terrorism. So, I don't matter what side of the line that terror comes from. For me, it's terror. And we need to rethink about this. Yeah, I think it's a little bit complex answer, but that's it. I hope you got well my thoughts. Yeah?
I get it, your point. Yeah, it's complicated to talk about terrorism. For me, it's the first time I talk about terrorism, to be sincere. It's really, really amazing topic, but I have a lot of doubts about it. I really want to have I don't know, diplomatic here to talk about more deeply about the questions.
It's hard to say it in Portuguese.
Yeah.
In English, it's worse.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I'm with you. Because talking about terrorism and avoid to talk about politic and society and economy, like doesn't exist that. You need to talk about it and talking about these 3 topics too. So it's really hard. Really hard. But Bruno, I have a question for you. Question number 10. What do you understand by the term cyber terrorist? How dangerous is it?
I don't know. I think it's like hackers are doing it a lot. So it's complicated to deal with. So here in my job, for example, all the time the cybersecurity team sends an email for us, and if you click on in something, you need to take a classes, a course about it. So it's good, but we need to keep our eyes on it all the time, because it is everywhere, on the link on cell phone or whatever.
Yeah, Gabi, they use
WhatsApp.
the internal team, cybersecurity team, use it to send you harmful links to make a kind of a scan with you. Yeah, if you click in the link, the guys got you and make one internal training to you because you click in a link, it's a suspicious link. Yeah,
So smart.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Smart.
like
it's like a real email, so it's crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh
About a
gosh.
client, yeah. For example, here we have a lot of these trapaças, yeah.
Yeah,
They
I
I'm
come on.
received
laughing.
an email like from my boss,
Yeah,
approve something, blah blah blah, and I click in there and need to to take a course. So
because you have a
I'm
rule, yeah. If you have
I'm
yeah,
one
laughing,
different
but I do
link,
that.
yeah,
yeah,
I'm laughing,
unbelievable.
but if you send me an email, so like my boss send me an email, a
Yeah,
link. Of
not
always
course,
like
like
I
click.
make 100 reels in a minute here on Mercado Livre.
no,
Click
Yeah,
there.
no,
It's not.
no, but it's
no. The
happened, and
goal.
I think it's very necessary on nowadays because
Yeah.
Yeah,
we have a lot of things
cyberbullying.
happening. Yeah.
Yeah, I have afraid for a webcam. To be sincere, I have a really high afraid about cyberbullying and cyber terrorism because I don't know. My brother worked with that, and I always talk to him like, oh, I need to put a tape in my webcam, and he talks like, why? And I don't know. I don't know. I will put. I have afraid.
I feel you. In the beginning of the pandemic, always I worked, then I put something on the camera.
Neither. Since nowadays I put. I have
Really?
afraid. Yeah, I have a really. I'm really
Yeah.
scared. To I don't know. Maybe the person. I don't know. See myself do strange things in my room. Like oh, it might make sense that.
Yeah, I feel you totally.
But
And you,
about the
Chad,
cyber,
go ahead. No, go
sorry,
ahead.
sorry.
Go ahead.
No,
Go ahead.
about the cyber terrorism. Depends of the case. It's worse than worse than the traditional terrorism, yeah, because we can made a lot of destruction using computers. For example, in a financial crisis, in uh, electricity, water supply, this kind of things. All of us depend of the internet to work and to our current lives. Yep. And
Yeah, like
one cyber terrorism and the counter attack cyber terrorism,
mhm,
yeah, it's good too.
yeah.
I'm here on my other computer. I'm seeing Ukrainian uh, cyber war against Russian. All of the world using your own computer. A lot of people around the world using your own computer to fight
Mhm.
against Russian and to make the sites down. All of us
Oh
can
gosh.
start this kind of war and help
I
Ukrainian
don't
people. Yeah,
know.
against the institutional government sites, big banks, and they from Ukrainian, the guys show the target, and you can something copy and paste one code in your computer, and
Mhm.
help Ukrainian to make this attack against Russian.
Oh
So
gosh.
interesting because a kind of a war, and we can
Yes.
go to the Ukraine to fight against Russians
Yeah.
terrorists, but we can help people uh, with our own computers and
Yeah.
our own way to fight them.
It's really amazing. I never heard about it, but
Yeah,
it's a really good. It's like you're not from this country, you're not suffered this pain, but you realize that you need to help in
yeah,
some way, right? So the internet is really helpful, sometimes really harsh, because I don't remember if you guys remember about this case on Discord. A lot of person make suicide, a group suicide, because of one person involves a lot of others to make suicide. So use the internet, as Diego said, for me is the right way, really, because I can't see how persons want to be so mean with others, to pass it, like you pass a war, why you imagine the other person want to suffer more, right? So it's complicated, really complicated. Diego da Costa is here. Come back to main room. How was the conversation, Diego?
It's very nice. This subject, it's very important to talk because the terrorism it's grow in nowadays and it's very important because now we have I say I can't this terrorism now in Brazil because we will vote, né? You shows the president the Brazil, but we need to watch and the situation in the world. It's very important to talk about these subjects, and it's a good subject.
Really good subject. I agree with you. And I have a question for you, the question number 10. What do you understand by the term cyber terrorism? How dangerous is it?
It's okay. Diego said it's very great because the Ukrainian it suffered many attacks, and we need cyber attack, no terrorism, but we can use these tools to help the Ukraine. But in Brazil, we have the media and social media to change minds and to choose the president, but it's involved many situations in cyber terrorism. It's more it's a complex subject to talk, But cyber terrorism it's a good thema subject to talk.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I said that in the main room with the other guys, talking about terrorism and avoid talking about economy, social things, and everything, every topic. It's something really bad to do because a lot of these topics is connected. I'm with you, Jim. And guys, the conversation almost over, but I sent a link on the chat is the feedback. Please go to the feedback. Say me, do you like this class? Do you like this conversation? How kind of topics do you want to talk in the future? I will see, and I sent to Sarah to see too. It's anonymous. I can see your face, your name, your age, everything. So be kind, please. And guys, I need to over the conversation. So thank you. I enjoy a lot, and I send the feedbacks for Sarah. Okay. So thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, guys. What's the link?
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
Of course. Wait a minute. I send it again.
Bye-bye, guys. Thank you a lot for the